Hi, thanks for joining us for Meditation Monday. Each Monday in the weeks coming up, I will do just a brief meditation, about 10 minutes, so that you can watch it on your lunch break or whenever you have some time during the day. I invite you, as you wish, to kind of make yourself comfortable, create a space that works for you. I'm going to actually light a candle. Today we're going to do something which is called breath prayer, which is from scripture, which basically focuses on our breathing. I'm going to use a verse from Psalm 62, but you could use anything that you want. So I'm going to invite you to get comfortable, kind of keep your feet flat on the floor, comfortable, like I said, but not so you fall asleep. So some important things to kind of remember as we get ready for breath prayer is that our breath is a sign of life and of creation of God's Spirit, and deep, open breathing really helps us express our acceptance of life. Paying attention to our breath can help us notice how we're feeling, and watching our breath focuses our attention and calms our mind. So I invite you to get into a comfortable position, not so comfortable, like I said, that you would rather be asleep, although sometimes that's okay too. I invite you to sit with your back straight, with your feet flat on the floor. Don't slouch. Let your bodies demonstrate that you're open and attentive and ready to listen and receive what is coming. So I'm going to lead you into this exercise, which will just be for a few minutes, but you're welcome to extend it on your own at any point. So I invite you to close your eyes. Pay attention to the breath. Breath is spirit and life. In Genesis, we remember that God blew into us the breath of life. Note this holy breath. Watch it, follow it, in and out. Slowing down to listen or feel God's presence is difficult because we need to slow down the body too, which depends on the breath. Mostly we breathe short, shallow breaths. They don't go anywhere. We end up hyperventilating much of the time. Notice how you inhale and exhale. To help you notice your breathing more, count each breath. Begin breathing slowly and more deeply. Notice that the deeper breaths come from the lower abdominal area. Fill it with God's breath of life, the supreme gift. Inhale with the intent of inhaling God's Spirit, all that God is for you. Exhale with what is not of God, or that which stands between you and God. Keep breathing deeply and slowly. Now I will give you a verse of scripture to inhale and exhale. For God alone, my soul waits in silence. I invite you to inhale on the first part of the verse, for God alone, and to exhale on the second part, my soul waits in silence. So inhale, for God alone, and exhale, my soul waits in silence. For God alone, my soul waits in silence. I invite you to join back with me. And I want to tell you, breath prayer, like the one that we just did, and if you just jumped on, because I see some of you have just jumped on, go back and watch from the beginning. You can do this whenever you find yourself with a few extra minutes, whenever you feel yourself getting anxious, whenever you just need to calm down, perhaps in the evening after a long day. You can pick any scripture passage that works for you. The one I chose was Psalm 62, for God alone my soul waits in silence. You could pick anything that you wanted. For God so loved the world that he gave his only son. Pick a scripture passage, and just like we did, make yourself get comfortable, start to pay attention to your breath, count your breaths, slow down. Inhale and exhale. Remember that your breath is a gift from God and a sign of life. And so pick your verse, or frankly, just pick to sit in silence and choose to inhale on the first part and exhale on the second part. We're going to do it one more time before we go. So feet flat on the floor, get comfortable, back straight. Start to calm down your mind. The scripture passage we'll use again is for God alone, my soul waits in silence. So slow down your breathing. Notice how you're inhaling and you're exhaling. Fill your abdomen with God's breath of life, the supreme gift. Inhale the intent of inhaling God, and exhale all that is not God or that which stands between you and God. And as you inhale, I invite you to say, for God alone, and to exhale on my soul waits in silence. For God alone, my soul waits in silence. For God alone, My soul waits in silence. I invite you to come back. And I have to tell you, this is the first time since I got to work this morning that I've actually been quiet enough in my head to hear that there are birds chirping outside my window. You can use this practice of breath prayer, like I said, whenever you need a moment to calm yourself, if you're feeling anxious, if you're having trouble sleeping, or if you just need a minute to get in touch with what's actually happening in the world around you. Hopefully, as we do this together each week, it'll get easier for all of us, better for me too, in terms of being able to do this well. Thank you guys for joining. Tomorrow, what I'm going to do is post in the Prince of Peace group a song actually that someone had sent me so that you guys can listen to that, take 5 minutes, comment on that. And Wednesday, we'll do a Zoom conversation in the evenings centered around what had been our theme for Lent. So I'll post a link to that. You can download the Zoom app right to your phone, or you can access it from your web browser on your computer. Thank you guys for joining me. It's nice to feel connected by community, even if we can't be together while we do it. If you missed the beginning of the video, feel free to rewatch. And I gave a little introduction to what breath prayer is and why we do it. We'll do something new next week. Thank you guys for jumping on, and I hope to see you all soon.